Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Happy New Year to everyone. I hope everyone had a safe New Year's Day or New Year's Eve, and that although it wasn't what you're probably normally used to, that you kept safe and that you came into the new year healthy and ready to tackle the year basically. Let's get right into it. Today we have a match against Manchester City. Just a bit of housekeeping before I get into it. As you can see from the shirt, Black the Podcast, watch out for that. That's coming sometime this year. I haven't gotten an exact date yet, but I'm working on it, and hopefully you will be able to hear me both here and on podcast form. It won't be strictly Chelsea stuff. It'll be more of an interview platform for different guests. Talking about different aspects of their life, but I'm sure it'll still be interesting. And also I will be doing a reaction channel. I've always wanted to do a reaction channel because I think they're so hilarious, and I'm still looking on something to react to, but I think I found something, so soon you will see me on YouTube reacting to different videos and seeing how hilarious they are. So it's a big 2021 for me, and and I hope it's a big one for Chelsea. Let's get right into it. A few things that we need to talk about today. One is a Chelsea kit that's been leaked apparently, which I don't know, it's a very strange color, but we will discuss that. Also, a bit of predictions for the new year. Hopefully something, maybe give you a position number that we might end up on. I have a good feeling that Chelsea are going to do well in 2021. And also let's talk about team news for the match against Man City this evening. And so let's get right into it. So as you can see, this looks like it's gonna be it's been leaked from the Nike website, I think, or from somewhere. I don't know. I found it on Twitter, so I'm not gonna act like I'm some super researcher. So I saw this and I thought I'd just chat about it. I think the yellow is interesting. I mean, we did have a yellow kit a couple years back. I forget which season it was, and it wasn't that bad at all actually. And so I'm kind of on the fence about this one. With these pictures, it's sometimes hard to see because when you see them as a drawing or as a concept, they look different to what actually comes about on the players. Like the third kit that we have this season, I'm not really a fan of it. I thought it looked better on paper than it does in real life with the bubblegum pink and and then looking like Crystal Palace. So I'm not really sure about all of this. So hopefully if it's true and it does come out, it looks better on the players than it does on paper. Moving on, I just want to go through some quick predictions for this year. I think we are able to finish top four. I think the way that the table is going and the way the matches are going, even though we might not start off the way we want to, because I'm a bit fearful about the match against Man City, which we'll talk about in just a bit. But I do believe that we will finish top four. I feel like Manchester United are going to slip up at some point. I think they're on a great run, but I just don't think they can sustain this. Again, they won with a penalty the other day, so it's just one of those things. And I do feel like we have enough talent. As long as everyone stays fit, we're able to get into top four. I don't know if that will be enough for the board for Lampard to stay, but hopefully he does the work that needs to be done, and they're happy with it, and they will give him an extra year to just try and figure this team out and get the people in the right places. I think also Chelsea are going to have two big signings in either this window or the summer transfer window. This window, I think more likely not, because things are a bit more tight. Teams usually don't want to let go of big players. For example, like Declan Rice, I don't think he's leaving West Ham right now, or the other players that we've been linked with. But I think in the summer, definitely we will add to this team and try and make it better. There's some goalkeepers in line, a striker that we won't mention because I'm trying to hope that happens. But yeah, so hopefully that comes through this year. And I don't know about Lampard. I'm not sure I don't think anyone is sure of what the conversation was with the board and how they feel. Apparently they're backing Lampard, so that's good to hear. I just hope that he's successful. Obviously, I think every Chelsea fan wants Lampard to be successful, but if it's not working, then we're used to a certain kind of standard at Chelsea where if you're not cracking it, you need to go. And I think that should go for Lampard, even though he's a club legend. I think that should go for him as well. Moving on to the team prediction. I realized last year, it's last year now, when I was doing the team prediction, I would spend a whole video talking about like the Mendy and all these players, and it would be the same. It would kind of be the same repetitive kind of video every time it was a pre-match. So I've decided to shorten the team selection and just go through it as quick as possible and not make it the main point of the videos, especially pre-matches. So going into it, obviously goalkeeper Mendy. Reece James is out, as Lampard mentioned in his press conference. So Azpilicueta at right back, Thiago Silva and Zuma at centre back, left back Ben Chilwell. CDM, I'm going to go for N'Golo Kante. And the two are probably going to go with Jorginho and Mount. I think Jorginho will play more of the holding, and N'Golo Kante will have the freedom to express himself up front, and Mount is going to do what Mount does. And up front is where it's really interesting. I don't think he being Lampard, is going to start Ziyech. I think it's one of those players where he would rather have him at 100% than risk him in a game like this. I don't know. I don't know. Hopefully he doesn't need to be so careful with him. But looking at both injuries that he's had this season so far, I'm very worried. So I'm gonna go with Giroud up front. Obviously, I think he deserves to be up there. And Pulisic and Werner. I don't know which one's going to go on which side, but hopefully we get something out of Werner today. And there's a conversation that I think is really interesting is about Werner's position. From looking at the way that he plays, and a lot of people have been showing comparison to what Werner was doing when he was at Leipzig, because he was playing in the center, and what he's doing now. I understand that there will be some sort of thought to him playing as the center, but in all honesty, if we're honest, as Chelsea fans, as rival fans, as any fan of football or pundits or the professionals, Werner, he's had the opportunities to score in that position, right? If Werner had scored those goals in that position that he's missed, we wouldn't be having this conversation about his position. I think it's important for people to be honest when having these conversations instead of I think a lot of Chelsea fans don't really want to talk about maybe Lampard getting it wrong, so they're either saying that he's out of position or just Werner not being good at in this moment. So I think it's important for us to have that conversation and be honest that yes, like Werner is playing in a different position, but I think number one, that's because he's had this conversation with Lampard, and he's told Lampard that he's versatile and that he can play in these positions. Number two, Timo Werner has had the opportunities to score. I mean, any Chelsea fan that watches Chelsea matches, immediately when I say that, you can think of at least 2 or 3 opportunities that Werner has and he has just missed outright. I don't think that that's a position thing. I just think that's a lack of confidence, and it will come right. The good thing about Timo Werner, and I've said this before, is that he's a workhorse. He works hard, and eventually the goals will come. So I'm personally not worried. It sucks having to scroll through your timeline and see like Ferdinand, whatever. What's that Portuguese guy's name in Manchester United, whatever, has more goals than Havertz, Ziyech, and blah blah blah, and it's like, oh, like, grow up, okay? Like, it's so boring, these conversations. Anyway, So my predictions for with the COVID scare in Manchester City, I'm not really sure what kind of team Pep Guardiola is going to put out. I always think that it's very dangerous. Man City's a very dangerous team. Anytime any team that he puts out, because of the depth that they have. Ederson not being in goal is a plus for us. I hope that we are able to get more shots on target earlier in the game. Enough of this passing, like defenders passing left and right, and us crossing and hoping something will come up and hoping that Giroud will score. So I think we do have a good chance of winning. I think the Man City team and the staff and the club have been hit so hard with the COVID that I think it's gonna show in their performances. But that doesn't mean that it's a given win. We're gonna need to fight for it. We're gonna need to play well. We're gonna need to finish our chances, and I do think that we'll be able to do that. Hopefully the boys are ready for this. Hopefully the boys are ready to bounce back, and that we can get back into the conversation of not necessarily winning the title, but being title contenders. Because I definitely know the people above us are gonna slip up. So we need to be there in order to to take those spots and take those positions and end up in the top 4 and secure our Champions League spot, and maybe, who knows, maybe catch up to the 2 leaders right now and overtake them. That's my hope. I'm sure that's every Chelsea fan's hope, but we'll see. Anyway, guys, please don't forget to like, subscribe. The last time I checked the subscribers, we were doing pretty well, so please continue to subscribe. Tell your friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. Listen, I welcome everything, even horrible comments where you think, who is this guy? What is he talking about? All of that. Just let me know in the comment section what your thoughts are for today's match. And yeah, I will see you after the match, and hopefully it's a win. Peace.